Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. He's back. We have raised the dead. He who shall not be named has returned to us. Lord Voldemort, lives. All yours, sir.
You're doing this wrong. You should be announcing it. Live from Ben Benistan! In a secret location.
I thought I'd let you do it, Mr. Subtle. You're so much better at it.
Yes, here at Ben Benistan, I do exist. All right, hidden away, secretly plotting the overthrow. That's the Ben Benistan overlords.
They will learn.
So,
Right then.
Today, we're going to do something a little different. I think we'll do a little bit of news, because there's a little bit of news. But for the most part, it's going to be question and answer time. And I figure we can start with, I don't know, what do you want to start with?
Well, I think without saying anything that will get you in trouble, you should tell your fans why you are no longer on this glorious thing that we call YouTube. And
Not
after all, don't forget,
Banbanistan. This is Banbanistan. Where we ban and ban again. It's Banbanistan.
I'm not wrong.
Well, it has to do with Turbania more than anything else. And the fact that Turbania has found its own way and is discovering new and effective methods, all right, to deal with Wally. Okay?
He's going to throw everyone.
Right? Because what Wally's been a problem for the world, and if you try to deal with it outside of the approved methodologies that have proven to not be effective in dealing with Wally, all right, well then Banbanistan will ban you, even if it is effective like it has been in Turbania.
Thank you, Shirati. I don't disagree with you there. Your eloquence speaks so much for you.
So if you tell the truth here on Banbanistan about Wally, well, Fredo and his cohorts, right? They'll come for you. They will come for you, and Fredo, who's in charge of Banbanistan, in all her machinations, all right, has lost the plot. And the reality is now, as time goes by, it's proven more and more how fraudulent, all right, but how accurate my assessment of Wally has been. And they truly don't want Wally to go away. See, Wally gives them an excuse.
Okay. I should point out for those that, let's be honest, you might not necessarily understand, you probably should, but MC is not allowed to use certain words. Not that MC exists anymore, but nonetheless, he's not allowed to use certain words. So he will be modifying what he's saying. Start working out what he's saying, people. It's the only way you're going to understand it. Hey, King.
Because Wally has been exterminated in an entire state of Turbania. And you know who they called in? Do you know who the Turbanians called in, all right, to deal with Wally?
Go on.
They called in Ivan. And if you mention that Ivan is effective in dealing with Wally and can handle Wally and help with the extermination of Wally, well, Fredo, she just don't like that. Yeah. I should call her Frida instead, I guess. Frida's not happy. Frida's not happy with people knowing how to actually save their own lives.
But you must remember, MC, that YouTube is right. YouTube is always right. No one
What has
dare
Banbanistan ever been right about?
Mm-hmm.
What have they ever accurately portrayed? What have they ever successfully and accurately portrayed?
1 second. Yes, Jim, the famous Welsh guy, Ivan Pectin. You've heard of him, I assume.
Oh, there's no more providing anymore. I can't provide things.
I know, it's terrible.
I
Well,
think it was probably had something to do with that too, because I'm sure that's what really frosted them.
well, you mean that people were enjoying themselves? Oh, I understand.
Frida didn't like the fact that there are people, even if they're made up people, that are actually smarter, better, and more well endowed than she is.
The fact you're using smarter for anime girls, that says oh so very much. Really does.
Am I wrong? Have I
I'm not
missed the plot
disagreeing.
somewhere?
No, and no, that is we're not blocking you, Shirati. What the hell are you talking about? And no, Ms. Murder, no more anime titties or cat girls. But that's okay because YouTube is exactly right
It's
and never does
Bandistan. I
anything
keep
wrong.
trying to explain to you that it's not YouTube. YouTube
Mm-hmm.
doesn't exist. Those words can't exist anymore. Okay, so it's Bandistan.
Fair, okay. In that case, Banistan is correct. Nobody dare argue with them, and if they do, who knows what's going to happen? Just worry about that knock at the door one day. They may send people round. But don't worry, Banistan knows exactly what they want you to want, and you will want it. I wonder how long it will take before they actually ban this. Be interesting to find out.
Bandistan?
Yes, because they probably will ban what we're
Bandistan is
saying.
very, very, proactive in banning things. So, that's the truth of the matter.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no more, there's no more, things such as this. All right, that can be allowed to be shared on Bandistan because, well, quite frankly, people get upset.
Yep. Just sending the link to Batman because he's going to ask.
Right.
It's just easier. You got lucky. Here you go. All the good stuff for everyone.
Now, man put this together as a free speech platform. Right?
Yes.
And, that's what what we need to engage in. But if Banistan is going to go after Wally as hard as they have, and have banned any discussion of dealing with Wally and how you eradicate Wally, because
where's Wally?
Cops that we've hired, all right, to deal with Wally, just haven't been able to get the job done. Tom and Jerry.
Because they can't find him.
Well, Tom and Jerry just don't. Neither Tom nor Jerry knows how to deal with Wally.
That's such a shame.
Well, that's because he's always hiding in really hard to find places.
It's really difficult when you got Gromit's sheep actually telling Tom and Jerry how to fight Wally, or are waiting for him for Gromit's sheep to. Does that sheep have a name?
Yes. It depends. If you're English, it's Sean. If you're Welsh, it's Darling.
If it's English, it's what?
If
Sean.
It's English, Sean. If you're English,
sheep.
Yeah.
Sean. Okay.
And Darling, if you're Welsh, and if
when you have Sean,
if you're a Muslim,
all right,
hold on.
Telling Tom and
If
Jerry
you're a Muslim,
how to deal with Wally, you end up with a problem. So
Yeah,
I
but-
want to get that out.
I'm saying, like I said, if you're Muslim, the sheep is called Western Haw.
You can't use that term either. You know that's coming. You can't use an Islamist and use the term Muslim.
I said Islamic.
That's going to be inaccurate. There's going to have to be
No,
another.
I didn't say Islamist. I said Islamic.
Right. Well, dealing with memes, right? We're just going to call them memes, okay? Followers of Mimi.
You'll notice that we have nicknames for everything.
Well, like
Yes.
like that. Those people who don't like blood transfusions, who worship the Jewish god of bread.
How much to ask?
The
What?
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's terrible.
I know.
Okay,
So
I
they.
should have seen that coming, but wow. That was awful, dude.
So are they.
Fair point. But being here could well be your mistake, sir. This is your one chance to run away. This is a Q&A, which means...
Aye.
Correct, with a Q in front. All these people out there actually get to ask us questions. And who knows? We're even going to answer them. So
And here at Banbanistan, we will see how long Banbanistan, tolerates, any discussion.
I'm found in my own country. It's called Batmanistan.
But
Fair.
much better than Turbia.
Yeah.
See, Turbia has discovered that Ivan, right, is very good at dealing with Wally.
Well, let's face it, MC, Joe Biden, his group,
Sean?
and
Who's Joe Biden? That's Sean, right?
All right, yeah, Mr. Addlebrain, and most of the politicians in the Western world want us all to live in subservia.
Yeah. No, they do. Actually, I completely agree with, mate. Oh, it's bad to say. Isn't it?
I mean, they're prepared to do, seriously, modern politicians are prepared to do things to the people they're supposed to be working for that even the most despotic of monarchs would balk at.
Sean, in my regime, all anime and manga will be prohibited.
Yeah, we all know that he is a great fan of it. I mean, let's be honest. If it's got hobbits in it, you know full well he loves with the oh whoa, Jacob. Definitely his thing.
Yeah.
Well, there's one thing that
can I
probably would have banned on this.
Can I answer Sean's question?
Go for it.
3.2 tons, Sean. That's how much.
It's true. Actually, he's not wrong there at all. It does. Now, we have Batman's answer. I agree. And Lord Voldemort, would you like to define how much wood could a woodchuck chuck a woodchuck could chuck wood? Wow, I actually did it. Well, there we go.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. There's your answer, mate. 16 chords.
Is that 3.2 tons?
A cord of wood is not a ton.
Well, you're wrong.
Shirati is not very happy with our illustrious Mazas. As you may notice, that's what I say, our Mazas. I don't want to say who specifically.
Apparently, she wants to all go and...
Well, Frida's been having some problems.
Oh, God, yes.
Frida had a little discussion the other day why Vlad the Impaler, right? Right? Why she didn't think that it was wrong necessarily, or that there was any kind of censorship going on from Vlad the Impaler, and that Frida was helping Vlad the Impaler, all right, with the censorship that she's been engaging in Banbanistan.
All right,
so she screamed about how she wanted this is a free speech platform here at Banbanistan, as he went out there and started hacking people left and right because, the Impaler, all right, so dictated that to be in his country as well. And, of course, Sean in this country has deemed it verboten to even discuss it. So, by extension, you guys over there in the British Isles, you can't talk about Wally either.
We don't care. He's your problem.
That's true, actually. We do get to say what the hell we bloody well like.
And by the way, MC, so's whinging Ginger Tosspot and his wife.
Yeah. I had to think about exactly who you were talking about there, but
Princess Harriet.
Yeah, the image flowed across my brain, and I come very close to having stroke.
Apparently, she's driving him to drink now.
Does that shock you?
By this time, she would have driven me to mad axe murdering.
I'm okay with. I do like the fact. By the way, I believe that Putin hasn't been banned yet, or if he has, I'm probably in trouble for this. But I love the fact that Putin and Russia is now heading towards being considered the land of the free. How does that feel, America? How does that feel?
Jensen, can you highlight what Susan's just said in the chat, because I think that's a perfect nickname for our joke prince.
I actually completely agree with you. Nice one, huh? Yeah. That fits in quite nicely.
Actually, it shouldn't be has been. It's what could have been.
Ms. Murden, how dare you quote Chaz and Dave? What a horrible thing to do.
Yeah, she likes to do that, thinking that it's going to make any difference to me. But I understand them. I'm sorry to say, I understand them.
So does everybody else. They're not real Cockneys.
No, yeah, we know that, but let's be honest, most of these people don't actually understand English.
They're minder Cockneys.
Fair. So instead of Cockney, they're more like Cockmouth. Gotcha.
Yeah, and they were shite as well.
Fair. Why?
They were one hit wonder, and they wouldn't push off afterwards.
Yeah, but by definition, that's not a one-hit wonder, since they had like several air quotes hits. By definition, that's not a one-hit wonder.
Most of the hits, all the hits that they had after that first one were to the face.
This is a fair statement. This is fair.
We've got a Sharati involved.
We have. Hello, Sharati.
Hi.
Would you like to give us your wonderful wisdom?
We have freedoms in this country, and this stupid place that you keep calling Banbanistan isn't going to take them away from me. We will control the government. Whether the stupid YouTube or Banbanistan, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is going to allow me to speak my mind. Fuck off, Susan.
Freedom.
Yes, freedom. Freedom to speak.
Not freedom.
Freedom of religion.
We're calling her Frida because after all,
I don't
freedom
care.
from religion.
Freedom. No. Freedom of religion. Freedom to speak my mind. Freedom to fuck over the goddamn government.
I agree with Oz.
So do I.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I'm going to smack the living shit out of you for that.
Let's face it, if most people were allowed to speak their minds, they wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, but that's because most people don't actually have a mind. That's not really fair, dude.
That's what my statement kind of implied.
I noticed these are the only people who could actually go in for a battle of wits unarmed.
Yeah.
Go on then, Sharati.
I really
can hear you breathing in.
What is going on with our country, and that nobody is standing up, with the exception of a couple of people.
I was standing up and sitting down.
There we go. Even Batman has no interest in trying to rescue you. How about that? That's
leaning
bad.
back, eating some cheese.
We're actually moving the Justice League headquarters to Basingstoke.
Probably got more freedoms there.
Yeah.
That's disturbing.
You should probably move it to under the ocean. At least then you'll be guarded by sharks.
No, because Aquaman would get pissy about that.
Yeah, but
Aquaman is pissy anyway.
Yeah, but
Batman. Aren't you the one with the shark repellent bat spray? You'll be fine.
But it only works in the air.
Well,
and the thing is, you move the Justice League headquarters under the ocean. Mm-hmm. Aquaman's going to want to open a fucking window, isn't he?
This is actually a fair statement. He probably will. Yeah. Wouldn't be so bad, but you're not necessarily joking. That's half the problem. Anyway, I'll be a shocking person. Yeah, no, all right. Sorry, just reading.
Susan's people need to start, taking,
Yep.
going in person to local representatives' offices and speaking. They don't need to speak to them. They need to. They need to show up with bullwhips, tasers, tar, and feathers. Okay.
For a minute there, I thought he was going to say like assless leather chaps and stuff like that, because we know what MC's into.
That's just wrong. By the way, Batman, what is your excuse this time? Okay, you could have stopped Sharknado.
Wrong fictional universe.
He is right. You could have done it. You could have borrowed it. You could have put it on loan. How come you didn't loan it?
Wrong fictional universe.
I actually agree with MC.
Mm-hmm.
They made such a big thing about those goddamn immigrants or aliens, whatever the fuck you want to call them, being whipped by rain. Oh, ow, give me a fucking break. You want to be whipped by a goddamn bullwhip.
Yep.
I think you should send Mr. the Ripper a link.
Okie dokie.
More people in Afghanistan soon to be part of the the wilderness. Welcome to the wilderness, folks.
Hey,
actually, MC, I think you want to take a leaf from Steve Rogers' book when he got kicked out of being Captain America and that in there. I think it was the 70s, and he changed his name to Nomad, the man with no country. You could call yourself Nomad, the man with no channel.
Oof.
As a protest.
Actually, that isn't bad.
Oh.
I thought
I might have to adapt that.
Yeah, I thought he'd appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I may have to change my my avatar as well.
Okay.
What, are you going to put a fucking lightning strike through it?
No.
No, that's Captain Marvel. The real Captain Marvel.
Well, instead of Captain, I'm not smiling much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Resting Bitch Face.
Don't. Actually, I'm going to take offence at that, okay? I've been told I've got a resting bitch face being a red. She makes me look good.
The bookstore endorses child diddlers joining their ranks. No surprise they protect any others that are part of the regime.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's...
Ms. Murder can help with logos.
I don't know. I know Miss Murder can help with logos, but
Hey.
I've got an idea already. So
MC, basically, Ms. Murder is offering you her services.
Just after she said how
Isn't
much
she always though?
Oh,
Ow!
Should I eat much more from you, and I'm going to have to get the spray bottle out?
that was catty. I mean, don't get me wrong. Nice shot, but damn, girl. All right then.
Really? Do I give a fuck?
Let me think. Probably not. Well,
you've probably got none left, have you?
No. I checked my back pockets. I've run out.
She went to the fuck store and they were all sold out.
That's not really
on with the
surprising.
show. Back to the topic.
Yes.
Which one?
The topic is, for all of those in the audience, would you like to ask any questions? Surprisingly, that's what we're actually here for. So if you put a Q and then ask your question, we'll actually probably ignore it and do whatever we damn well feel. But what the hey, you never know. We might even...
We'll actually try and turn your question into a bad joke.
This is a fair statement, actually. You got 2 total piss takes, and
Mitch,
weird
you
as it
whisper?
sounds.
I won't hear it.
What?
I think Mitch is. I don't know, actually. No fucking idea what he's talking about, whisper. But hey, what the hell? Mitch, invites in your DMs in Discord if you want to. If not, I totally understand, mate.
Jensen,
Yeah.
you're a fucking dick.
What have I done
Why?
this time?
Yeah, what did
You
Jensen do
invited
here?
Mitch in
What's wrong with inviting Mitch?
because he's
Do
gonna
we-
whisper.
And
I
What's he gonna
invited
whisper?
him before he threatened whispering. Thank you.
What is there like a secret, like digital code?
No, he's
that
just a
gets in your
creepy
brain?
fucker when he whispers.
apparently Charlotte doesn't like whispering.
Yeah. And Jacob, nobody is interested in World of Warcraft anymore. That
Or
is,
World of Snowcraft.
yeah.
Or
I
World of
understand,
Warcraft.
Mitch. No problem, mate. And as I was saying, no, Jacob, no one is interested in World of Warcraft, mate. Okay, I'm being serious. Even Blizzard isn't interested in it. It's actually that bad.
Oh, and Miss Murder's come up with a comeback.
Oof. Yeah, oh no, I accidentally clicked the button. What a shame. That would be terrible if I didn't get rid of it
Oh,
soon.
you can't spell my
waited.
name properly, so you're not addressing me, dear.
That could be true, or she could have deliberately misspelled it as a sign of disrespect.
Or it could be the
True.
fact that she's misnumerating it because when you use those kind of words in the same kind of context together, I think she's talking about Frida. Personally.
Okay.
Because Frida, that's Frida's thing. She's got Sean. She acquiesces for Sean. All right, she's got.
Oh
Now,
my
granted,
God.
Frida's got to worry about things because she's got to worry about heels. She's in competition with heels to see who gets the money.
Either
You
way,
do
I've
have-
been with
you
the
do have
same
to
man
understand
for
that.
Sorry to interrupt all of you. This involves you, so shush. Hey, RPR, long time no see, mate. Good to see you again, sir.
Don't think I've ever seen him, but hello.
He's Welsh.
RPR.
Yeah,
He's Welsh.
yeah.
Ah, well,
That probably explains
nobody's
a lot.
perfect.
And to answer RPR, it's pie.
No, no, it isn't. It's who cares? You're dead.
It's pie.
No, I'm right.
3.141592. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's the rest of it? It goes on forever, but I don't remember.
Like I said,
Oh.
it's dead. You're dead. Who cares? You're dead.
Oh, that's interesting news. All yours, Lord Voldemort.
China sends 77 warplanes to Taiwan's defense zone over 2 days, Taipei says. Taiwan has reported a record number of incursions by Chinese warplanes into its air defense identification zone, the ADES, for the second day in a row, Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense said on Saturday night. The self-governing islands said that a total of 39 Chinese military aircraft entered the ADES on Saturday, more than the 38 planes that were spotted on Friday. The 38 and 39 planes, respectively, are the highest number of incursions Taiwan has reported in a day since it began publicly reporting such activities last year. The incursions on Saturday came in 2 batches, 20 planes during daytime hours and 19 planes at night, the ministry said in 2 statements. They were made by 26 J-16 fighter jets, 10 Su-30 fighter jets, 2 Y-8 anti-submarine warning aircraft, and 1 KJ-500 airborne early warning and control plane, the defense ministry
Early
said.
warning.
Sean, of course, is very
Early
concerned.
warning.
Early warning. What do you
You
want me to say?
said early warning.
That's
Open
because
your
he's
ears or learn
ornery.
how to speak English.
Yeah, but I can. I would have said early warning. You said early warning.
You're imagining things.
No, I heard warnering too. I just figured it's because you're ornery.
No, it's because he's an idiot.
Well, I am in the wild, kind of lost.
Yeah.
Afghanistan has just left me wandering the desert for however long that I'm going to be in here, speaking from the
Stop
wild,
eating.
preaching from the wild, letting you all
MC,
know
MC,
that what is coming.
MC, put the POT down.
Actually, the thing is, if you're out wandering the world, does that mean we should start calling you? I believe it's Job.
Job, yeah, baby, Job, Nomad.
Oh God, I know who MC is now. He's that old guy of Life of Brian, the hermit. Hey, what are you doing eating those juniper berries?
Yeah, that's a terrifying thought. Actually,
we are at the end of days, and Joe Biden did use 666 the other day.
Sean.
Yeah.
Sean.
Oh, fucking, who cares? I don't.
Yeah.
The commies are prepping for war. Well, they're going to invade. They're going to attempt an invasion.
Yeah, the problem is all those planes that the China has sent over, they can't send anymore because the elastic band broke.
Nice way of putting it. Yeah, all right.
I'd like to know why the Russians gave them Su-30s.
That's
Money
a good
speaks,
question,
mate.
actually.
No, seriously, money speaks. You know full damn well that's why it was done.
Well,
they
sent them. You got to understand something. The way the Russians do things, right? The way the Impaler has things done, the way they've always done it. If they handed them Su-30s, if they gave them over, they gave them crap. Okay.
Yeah.
That means they have no. That means they have no faith in that airframe as it exists. Okay.
It's
with
not
what
just
they
that.
gave it to them.
MC, yeah, you're right. Those planes are probably crap, but they probably give them the crappy ones out the bunch.
Well, and they don't have a lot of the internal stuff that they would normally send them. That's what they do. That's how the Russians have always done things.
It's amazing that Russia's given China anything, because ever since there's been a Russia and ever since there's been a China, they have hated each other.
Yep.
Well, they're going to continue to hate each other. That's not going to stop. They're trying to use one another right now as a wedge against the United States.
Russia and China are worse than the Scots and their hated enemy, the Scots.
It's a well-known fact that the Scots hate the Scots. I don't see what the confusion is. Everyone knows this.
It is actually true. The Scots hate the Scots more than anybody.
Good morning, Carl. How are you doing? Good morning, Jim.
Hey, Carl. Hello,
right.
Jim.
So we've got the China getting lippy again. Oh, I'm so shocked that this is happening. But quite simply, it's because no one is going to stop them. And after all, there is a certain traitor general that the US have. Oh, did I say that out loud? Whoops. I meant to.
Oh,
of
Miley
course
Cyrus.
they're not concerned. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Cyrus.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
Cyrus Benedict. Yes.
we should just call him Virus. That actually
Virus.
fits
No.
quite nicely.
No. We don't want to use a term, all right, that people would get confused for Wally.
True, yeah.
We could always call him General Slimy. I mean, he does look like a toad.
He does actually, doesn't
but
he?
slimes are actually good things. I mean, they're actually useful. You know, I do like the Cyrus. All right, we'll just call him the Cyrus.
Do you know, though, I'm going to actually defend Batman here. If you actually look at that overexcited traitorous scumbag, yeah, I'm being that unsubtle, he does actually look an awful lot like Mr. Toad from Toad Hall. Just saying, he really does.
Kind of reminds me of Jabba the Hutt.
Hey, Mitch.
As well. Hello, Mitchell.
It seems I've changed my mind.
Yeah, but Mitch, whatever you do, don't whisper.
I hadn't planned on it.
No.
That's good.
You fucker. Did I seriously just read that title correctly?
Yes, you did.
If I do whisper,
my
it
God.
will be with warning.
Okay, fair. That is a horrific thought.
Black woman is accused of masquerading as a member of the KKK to terrorize her neighbors.
Because Larry Elder is the black face of white supremacy.
Unfortunately, she put the hood on back the front and ran into a lamppost.
I I assume it's Teresa. All right, Teresa Lucas, 30, is charged with 8 counts of making terroristic threats. The Douglasville Police Department in Georgia announced in a news release posted on Facebook. The racially charged notes began to appear on mailboxes of residents in Manning Drive in a subdivision called Brookmont in December, the police department said. The notes claimed to be written by a member of the KKK and threatened to burn down houses and kill people, police said. The notes described the author as a 6-foot-tall white male with a long red beard who did not live in the neighborhood, police added.
So, communist Santa Claus.
Now, wait a minute. This is great because according to these people, all right, it was a tall, 6-foot-tall white male with a long red beard. Well, how did the police come to this conclusion when they did an investigation and it led them to Lucas, a black woman who lives in Brookmont?
She was seen running away in her KKK outfit.
She was making spaghetti and her beard fell into the sauce.
The first notes arrived in the mailboxes of 2 residents on the street on December 21st. The notes threatened to burn down their houses and kill them and said that they didn't belong in the neighborhood, Detective Nathan Schumacher said. All right,
I know how the note knew. Because to date, at the moment, there are only 5 members of the KKK.
Well, now there's 6.
Hey, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, the National Front in the United Kingdom has been forced to take on non-white members.
Yeah. Though, actually, and I realise you want to say something, Charlton. You're going to say one thing. Did you know that when the original National Front actually came about, it actually had around 45% Sikhs in it?
Yeah, it's still a Nazi. It is very much a National Socialist organisation, but it proves what I keep saying. Nazism is not inherently racist. It is inherently communist and nationalistic.
Fair.
Yeah.
Go on, Charlotte. You had something to say, hon.
No, I was just saying, and one of them's black.
Mm-hmm.
It's just why is there so much stupidity?
Because
of
to breed.
I have learned that Wally has the ability to make people dumb. All right, even if you don't invite Wally into your home, okay, Wally has turned people into absolute friggin' morons. I can't believe how stupid people are today. All right, as you drive, I just came back from a trip, all right, from Atlanta, right? And to be honest, the stupidity levels that are out there are beyond. I mean, it is. You can see it everywhere. You can see it when they're walking in the street. All right, they just walk out in the street, expecting the car to teleport around them. Apparently. MC,
can you calm down? That vein throbbing in your temple keeps knocking my garden gate open.
Who's MC? You mean Lord Voldemort?
Oh, you're Lord Voldemort, yeah.
Now the funny part is that we have these stupid crimes committed by stupid people who have been so stupid in the commission of these crimes that even the police can figure it out.
Yeah, it's not just in the commission of the crime; it's the crimes themselves are stupid.
Yeah.
But it's got nothing to do with, Shaun the Sheep. It's anybody can reproduce these days, and their children will survive. Hell, you get morons donating their sperm to sperm banks, lesbians taking that sperm out, stupid lesbians I might add, and getting pregnant, doubling the stupidity of their child.
Well, it's the fact that people elected Shaun. All right, that is already demonstrating.
Yes, dead people and people from alternate universes.
How stupid people have become. And it's Wally's fault.
Chubby, it was dead people and people from alternate universes who elected Shaun the Sheep.
It's true, unfortunately.
Carl knows how stupid people can be because he lives in a state where brown made it so that you don't even have to know how to read or write to graduate high school.
Thus leading to stupid criminals.
That would explain a lot of the YouTube comments I see.
We need a higher class of criminal.
What are you talking about? We need A class. Just anything will do. Shadi, are you being serious? They don't even need to...
You did a class of criminal like this?
I'm dead serious.
McDonald's customer who called in a bomb threat to an Iowa restaurant because he did not receive dipping sauce with his 30-piece chicken McNuggets order has pled guilty to harassment charges.
Oh, fuck
the guy called in a bomb threat for not receiving.
That's not just stupid. That's entitled behavior. That's spoiled brat behavior.
Yeah, that guy might as well be a woman in L.A.
Called Karen.
Yeah.
Karen McCarran.
I'm actually kind of horrified at that.
Instead of Karen, it's Kyle. Kyle here.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, could you imagine being bomb disposal unit? They turn up, all the various sirens and whatnot going off. They get out, they come in, they've got all their equipment, and it's because I didn't receive my sauce. I'm surprised he weren't taken out back and beaten with the inch of his life.
These days, Mr. W, I expect that the bomb disposal squad, when they get a call in, they drive leisurely to the location. One guy will get out the car, saunter over to check it out before they actually go into action. Then half the time, he'll walk back to the car and have a nice slow drive back to the police station.
Fair.
We've lost Sharadi.
She's hanging out in chat.
Did you check under the sofa?
It used to be that this was just, home life. Okay? This used to just be what it was every few weeks. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome to life. A Florida woman is behind bars for allegedly striking her boyfriend in the head with a saucepan containing freshly cooked grits.
Now, if that had been freshly cooked corn, the charges would have been reduced.
Investigators say that Desiree Johnson and the victim were arguing yesterday morning when she struck the man in the head with a metal saucepan inside the couple's Petersburg residence.
If she didn't shout "kiss my grits" while she did it, it's no good.
Good shot.
Mitch, if it had been a pan full of Yorkshire pudding mix, it would have been assault and battery.
Oh my gosh! Yes, you went.
Poisoning.
I'm going to ask, actually, why do Americans call it grits when at the end of the day it's just porridge?
I don't know.
Because they put sand in it.
Probably because of the texture.
Fair.
Would be my guess, but
okay,
yeah.
Cool.
But I don't know why. I don't know why we call the same thing different things in a lot of cases.
I mean, Americans do have porridge that they call porridge.
Yeah, but
Americans porridge though.
Oh, I know why.
Mm-hmm.
It's because when you get sick, it's harder to say porridge than it is to say grits. So you've got all that congestion. Porridge. Now the porridge. Where's the porridge, please? Versus grits.
Good. Okay, mate. The worst thing is it actually makes sense. Disturbingly.
It's like why Americans spell colour without the U. There's an actual explanation for that.
No, there is actually.
Telegraph.
MC and I have actually. Yes, it makes sense. I actually get it. They're wrong, but I understand why they're wrong.
Well, the thing
People
about
are
this
cheap.
is
How you doing, Leslie?
about her attack here. There's not a husband out there, all right, that doesn't know about this stereotype and has not been threatened by their wives at some point in time when she had a skillet in her hand. Okay, there's not a guy out there that hasn't had this. Now, granted, most of the time when you see the woman with a pan in her hand and she's mad, you keep an eye out because you know that you're going to be dodging soon, or have the potential to be dodging soon. So this is just a regular dust up between lovers, as far as I can tell. Why do the police have to get involved? Well, except for the fact that this is steaming, boiling grits, and you got that poured on you, that'd hurt. Okay.
Oh yeah.
MC, my uncle and my aunt. This is an old family story. Back in 1968, I believe it was. They got into an argument, and she was going to hit him with a frying pan. And apparently, he grabbed a hold of her. And 9 months later, my cousin was born.
Well, I mean, in this case, in 2019, this woman had been arrested for domestic battery after she allegedly struck her boyfriend in the face during an argument about money. Okay.
Hold on, a woman got arrested for domestic battery? Fucking hell.
They subsequently subsequently declined to pursue charges, said the prosecutors.
Wonder why. She was a woman, that's why. Yeah.
Makes
because
sense.
women can get away with that shit.
Yeah. Well, remember a couple of years ago that in the UK, that medical student, she stabbed her boyfriend in the leg with a bread knife, and she had a history of drug abuse and violence. But the judge let her off because he didn't want to ruin her promising career.
Says it all, doesn't it?
It's lucky that it wasn't bacon. That would be a crime.
Mistreatment
of bacon would be a crime.
Oh yeah, at that point she's getting 20 to life instantly.
That judge wanted a blowjob, and we know it.
No, he was. Did you see her picture? I think a blowjob. That face. If she'd have offered him a blowjob, she would have gotten the chair.
No, I'm not saying she offered. I'm saying he wanted one,
but not of her.
Well, he probably did, because people have fetishes, man. You get the most disgusting fucking deformity on some guy's face from an auto accident, and he basically comes out of it looking basically like Harvey Dent. There's going to be some chick out there who's into it.
Yeah. Hold on, Jim, are you saying that three bears are looking for Amber Heard?
I might find her. Mm-hmm.
Why do you think so many guys still fucking simp for Amber Heard? It's because they want to be her bitch.
They're not guys. They're soy boys.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I'm with you there too.
She's not that good looking, dude.
No, she's not.
She's what I call a first look girl. You see her the first time, you think, oh, she's good looking, then you get another good look. It's like, well, no, she's not really.
Yeah, was that one? The first look's when you're drunk. The second look's when you sobered up a bit.
No, the first look's when you go through the hall of mirrors and you got that weird one that distorts everything.
Oh, she looks normal then.
Gotcha. And you're drunk.
Actually, the first look is with the eyes. The second look is with the ears.
Good point.
And the third look is.
And I'm not saying that women are stupid and shouldn't be listened to. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that with the ears and the eyes combined, you can come to a conclusion based on the evidence.
You forgot about the third look, Mitch. That's where the drugs wear off and you wake up in the ER. No, that's where the drugs wear off and you wake up in the ER.
Yeah, that's actually a valid statement.
I'm just saying that once you use all your senses, you can more quickly determine whether or not a woman is worth knowing.
Put it this way.
But it applies to everyone, not just women.
If Peter Parker was to go on a blind date with her, he would have a migraine because of his spider sense going off like crazy.
Yeah.
It's bad when you look at the person and you just go, oh my God, it's a Butters. She looks great, but her face is terrible. That is all you need to think, okay? Is Butters.
Yeah.
Or, when a woman's got that constant look on her face and you just keep asking, Jesus, who put sand in her vagina?
Oh.
And why did they have to add salt?
Ow!
Oh, God.
Harsh, dude.
Yep.
Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah.
A Florida woman is accused of battering her boyfriend when he asked to cuddle with her in their bed.
How drunk was he?
According to...
Oh, hold on. Is that the husband?
No, that's the woman. All right, Kiesel Anthony, 45, was in bed with her boyfriend around 2 a.m. Wednesday when the 42-year-old victim asked to cuddle with the defendant, and the defendant said no. Anthony, cops allege, got mad at her boyfriend for trying to cuddle and began yelling and screaming at him in their St. Petersburg home. After throwing a fan, Anthony grabbed a pole from the fan and hit the victim in the back of the leg.
All right.
Damn.
You want to cuddle? Hell no! What the hell, cuddle? Did I tell you to stay down? Get back there!
Yeah. What the story says is, he was drunk at the time, and at this point he realised that he'd wandered into the wrong bedroom.
No, I'm sorry, you're actually both wrong. It's how it should be. Women should be appalling towards those other creatures. We're not even going to call them by their gender. They don't deserve it.
It gets better. In February, Anthony was charged with battering the same man. Subsequently entered into a defendant prosecution agreement regarding her to complete, or causing her to complete, a 12-month domestic violence program. You obviously were doing it wrong, honey. If you're just hitting him with your hands,
no, darling,
you got to use an implement.
No, MC, the domestic violence program for men, emphasizes not getting angry and not hitting your partner. Right? The domestic violence program for women would go something like, use a sack full of oranges. It hurts a lot, but it doesn't leave any bruises.
Freeze them first.
I can make.
No, that would leave bruises.
Not if there's nothing left to bruise. I mean, what? Sorry, old habit.
Indeed.
Yeah, this one has quite a record here. Disorderly conduct, evidence tampering, welfare fraud, criminal mischief, domestic battery. And what is it? This is the second story of getting the man getting abused and coming back and go, you know what?
So we're still on the bottom of the header, what?
Hey, if that's what he's into, we don't kink shame here.
I do.
You know, if real men started treating both women and police the way they treat everyone else, we'd be living in a much different world.
Yes, there'd be a lot less people.
I'm so glad you said that. You're not wrong there, Batman. You are not wrong there.
Now, I've made some statements about. You said that we need a better class of criminal.
Yeah.
This is for those who don't understand. This is the class of criminal we currently have. All right. Always crop out your meth in photos posted on Facebook. A Missouri man, 38, sought this week to sell a new catalytic converters via a post on Facebook Marketplace. As seen above, Kurtz included a photo of the boxed auto parts for sale. What Kurtz did not realize was that the image, click to enlarge, showed a large bag of methamphetamine and a syringe on the table.
He's an overachiever.
I think the catalytic converter's a side business, folks, because that's a lot of meth.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not bad.
You know, that's Breaking Bad, you know.
You want to know the sad part? The sad part is the police couldn't solve that without getting a tip first.
He probably phoned them up to brag.
You know, I actually know
is it me? Or would it be fun to cut somebody's meth? Some method cut the meth with sherbet.
Do you know? Okay.
Just imagine that in the beans.
This for those that have ever partaken of illicit substances, this will mean a whole lot more. But for those who haven't, they may get confused. I once persuaded a group, and notice this is a group, not an individual. There was 6, maybe 7 people, can't remember exactly, that it would be highly entertaining to actually grind up and snort salt. I'll wait.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I've heard about that before.
Mm-hmm.
So technically you're a cult leader.
It was, well, let's put it this way. It was really, really interesting as they just sit there, snort it, and then you see their eyes go wonderfully wide as they realize how much pain they're in. And why did I do it? It was fun.
All you need to be a cult leader is a sense of humor and a bunch of stupid people sitting around you.
I think one of the funniest things when we were doing some tack is it had an exaggerated effect on my friends. I mean, it was late October. it was pissing it down outside. So he decides to strip all of his clothes off and go running about the neighborhood naked. We didn't think anything. Oh, he'll get arrested or something.
Yeah.
And about 10 minutes later, we heard all these dogs barking and running. And he comes flying back into the house, slams the door shut, and he's gasping. He goes, "There's fucking thousands of dogs after us!" And there were.
Oh, whoops. And, Shratty, what are you saying? I'm not manipulative. Told ya.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I don't often get to say it and get away with that, so I'm going to, because you can't bitch at me so much. She's not here. Granted, she does have the link, so she could pop in, shout at me, and disappear.
Plus, she could just flood your DMs with bitching.
Yeah. Oh, you mean normal? Gotcha. Right. Okay. Yeah. Fair point.
Oh, wait. This is an Ask Me Anything, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Who's the more... Wait. How would you describe the difference in brutality between Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers?
Actually, you wouldn't. Because at the end of the day, they're a very similar thing. The major difference being one seems to come back from the dead for the sheer hell of it, and the other one at least looks good while doing it.
One looks good while doing it. The other one does Wayne's World and Austin Powers.
What?
Oh,
you asked the questions.
I know.
Yeah,
Michael Myers. Mike Myers.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
I'm actually honestly amazed that he never cashed in on that.
Don't make me whisper.
Label Florida man, 24, arrested on felony drug charges. Now, what's the point of wearing a Gucci when nobody knows you're wearing a Gucci? So this guy has left a tag on his shirt.
Bullshit.
So let me put a note during his photo.
No, look.
Wow.
Seriously, it looks like the tag is attached to his beard.
Yeah.
It's a no fashion Gucci beard.
Is Gucci expanding their line?
He was arrested early Monday following a traffic stop where a trooper clocked his Mercedes doing 103 miles an hour. A subsequent search of the vehicle yielded an assortment of packaged marijuana, a scale, and $4,339 in cash. Caesar and his passenger were arrested on multiple drug charges, including possession with the intent to sell. He was booked into Orange County Jail, where the above photo was taken. He was subsequently freed on $5,100 bond.
I've worked someone out. That label's attached to his skin because he's actually a skinny white boy, and that's his Gucci body.
Gucci bodysuits.
Now
sold exclusively in Los Angeles.
He's probably joking. No, I said probably. He's probably joking, but this could well become a faction. You do realise that, right?
It wouldn't surprise me.
No, it wouldn't. Oh, mate, that's just wrong.
That water went down
levels. And I agree, Jim, he does look like a shoplifter.
Yeah, he does.
Honestly, if you saw that, if you was in a shop, you saw it coming, it's just like...
If he went into a shop in the UK, he'd be followed by all the store detectives.
True.
What is Jason Voorhees' motivation for killing?
Revenge, isn't it?
No.
The script.
There's that.
Audience participation.
No. He's just doing this.
Oh, God.
It's his version of this. Cops say naked man was doing a walk of shame. You see, it was just a walk of shame that he was doing.
That's what your man was doing with them dogs. Just saying.
Is that a picture of his shame in yellow there?
I
mean, I'd be ashamed too if it was that wrinkled and decrepit.
This morning in a South Carolina street, told officers he was doing a walk of shame as penance for cheating on his wife, according to investigators. Michael Boatman, 41, was spotted by a deputy sheriff around 1:10 a.m. as he walked on the Spartanburg street with just a clear bag over his genitals and a blunt in his hand.
In a what?
A blunt.
And a blunt.
Okay.
Oh, she chopped it off, had she?
In his what?
One cop reportedly explained that he was doing a walk of shame, which he needed to complete for his wife. Dude, all right, you have no understanding of women will never forgive you until they've achieved vengeance. Okay.
If they achieve vengeance, they will never respect you again.
That's the problem.
You want to know you want to know what was motivating Voorhees? Well, he's just going out with a walk of shame.
Hey, if it was me, if I was that guy, you've got to go for a walk of shame. Fair enough. I would have gone hidden in the back garden for an hour or two and then come back.
Yeah.
I figured
like
Jason.
The idea, Sean. I like the idea.
I figured Jason Voorhees just wants people to stay the fuck off his lawn. But hey, that's just me. I
think it's just a cry for attention.
Well, think about it. These asshole kids keep showing up, and it's bad enough they're taking that shortcut across his lawn. But a lot of them are also just like putting tents in the ground and camping out and leaving their shit there the next day. Assholes. I'd be pissed too.
Oh, I'll say that. Yeah.
Anyway, that's a weird tangent.
I think Michael Myers, his motivation is somebody keeps putting itching powder in his William Shatner mask.
No one understands Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm. No one wants.
He just wants to be loved.
I think I have a grasp on the thing with him, but I've never seen it really portrayed in a.
Hold on, you've got a grasp on Michael Myers' thing.
You pervert.
How? That's gonna wince. Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh my
drunk
God.
Driver spraying Axe body spray in your mouth will not fool the police.
But it will make you scream.
In an apparent bid to mask the odor of booze on his breath, a suspected drunk driver was spraying Axe body spray in his mouth when approached by a South Carolina cop, according to the arrest report. The car, driven by Efren Mencina Ramirez, 49, was pulled over Saturday night in the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office. Deputy spotted the vehicle speeding and swerving. Upon approaching the auto, the deputy noticed that Efren, right, and his passenger were surrounded by empty Corona extra beer cans. Efren, the cops said, also was spraying Axe body spray in his mouth to cover up the smell of alcohol on his breath.
Jim's come up with a good one for the last story. His wife probably called the cops on him. That wouldn't surprise me in the least.
You just gotta wonder about people. You really do gotta wonder about people at times.
Did you call? No, I'm hearing things in my brain. I need a nap. I need to wake up. That's why I'm here. I didn't even make coffee yet, you fuckers. Talking me into this shit. You see, I'm asking these questions because I'm actually researching a little bit.
Like, Michael Myers isn't just a serial killer because in the first film he gets killed at least 3 or 4 times.
Now, this arrest shouldn't have happened,
and he keeps coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is this one out of Haddonfield? Man who used to be MC?
This is not. This is from Maryland, right? But a Maryland man assaulted his wife after she FaceTimed him while having sex with another man inside a car parked outside the Best Western Hotel in Pennsylvania, according to a felony complaint. This is justifiable, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to take the time to drive to the Best Western, get a fucking room.
All right. You might want to turn off the video feature on your phone if you're going to call your hubby. Upon receiving the video calls, cops say that William Atkinson, 34, asked a friend to drive him to the parking lot so they could confront the victim and her male companion. The duo told police that they were egging him on during a Facebook time call. I'm sorry, but this is like justifiable. If she got beat, she wanted to get beat.
Yeah, he should get a commendation.
Right?
Hey, reverse the sexist, Lord Billy, and she wouldn't have gotten even a whisper of a sentence.
Yep. Exactly.
Also true. But I would like it noted that I actually think that if it was a woman catching the bloke, she also is perfectly reasonable to beat the living crap out of him with a baseball bat. There's no sexism in the who's doing it. It's just the fact that the cheat deserves beating and the cheater deserves a medal. Just saying.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
No, the cheatee.
True.
The cheater is the cheat.
Right. He allegedly punched and kicked the 32-year-old spouse. The beating left the woman, all right, severely bruised, bleeding heavily from her face, nose, and mouth. Well, okay.
Oh dear, my heart goes out to his knuckles.
Yeah, actually, I want to know what the bloke she actually was supposed to be doing.
I'm
waiting to find out.
I would have taken 2 bricks to his dangly bits.
Oof.
Ooh, yeah.
Ow. That's gonna win.
It doesn't say.
Yeah. I mean, you notice it doesn't mention this guy defending this woman at any point. I mean, what does this say about the dude?
So the only thing it says is that the unknown male fled the scene. All right. Okay. So not only did she sit up there and intentionally piss off her freaking husband, all right, she did it with a guy who's an absolute pissant coward.
Or isn't stupid.
That's honestly 2 strikes on her, to be honest.
Honestly,
in that scenario, you never blame the guy.
No.
It's not, he may not have known she was married, but she sure as shit did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what probably, he was probably one night standing, she just picked him up to piss off her husband.
Well, no, I understand that, but at the same time...
Thinking she's going to get a show, seeing her husband beat this guy up. But the reverse happened.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. If the story is true that his friend said that they were egging him on during the Facebook call, he had to expect that a beating was on its way.
Yeah.
Oh, you would think.
Okay, and to run off in a situation like that, you're just scum, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
And she's not.
I didn't say that. Oh, I haven't said anything about her that's positive. What are you talking about? All right? But if you're going to sit up there and engage in that activity and you find out that the woman's married and that she's Facebooking the husband, okay.
Be right back.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm gone. I'll see you. Because if you're sitting around there, the husband, to be honest, this was the best outcome. All right? Seriously.
Honestly, if the wool had been pulled over my eyes and I found out during the video, I would have told her, no, I'm not going to be part of your little revenge fantasy horse shit, you psycho. I'd embarrass her in the video so it gets uploaded that way, especially if it was going out live.
I like that. Yeah, that works for me.
Personally, I think it's more along the lines of what? Well, what's that buzzing noise? Don't worry about
it. Then I'd make fun of her bottle cap nipples. just to give her a complex.
Oh, subtle, not. Okay. Right. Is anyone actually going to ask us any questions, or are we not doing this here, people? Come on. This is your chance. Ask questions. I'm just curious, that's all. You know full damn well they're not going to ask you, MC. They couldn't give a monkey's crap about the rest of us, and you know it.
The people want to ask me questions. I'm more than free to ask.
I got gas.
In the meantime, if you're not going to ask questions, I'll just keep doing this. Just proving Mitch right. Drug dealer claimed that he gave out free meth. A Pennsylvania man is charged with narcotics distribution claimed to the police that he did not sell methamphetamine. Instead, he gave it away for free.
Oh, that makes it better. Oh, that's all right then. I tell you what, we're running a contest. By the end of the month, the person who gives away the most free gets a ribbon.
You can't say that it was with intent to sell.
Shirati actually has a question. What is your favorite color? I'm waiting to see.
I'm not falling for that one. I'm not falling for that bridge of death bullshit.
It's blue.
Okay.
Just so that everybody knows, it's blue, and it's not blue, no yellow, no, it's blue.
Yeah. We all know that Batman's is a nice pastel pink. He's not here, so he's pretty screwed. And from Nerd, there you go, mate. This one's all you.
Why were you on the grassy knoll? Nerd, I wasn't on the grassy knoll. I was the grassy knoll.
Oh, good shot. Nice one.
I'm getting an image of really bad porn.
If you're suggesting
he sent nudes. The ladies call him the grassy knoll because he fires as if from nowhere. I want to see this movie now. God damn it.
He set himself up to sit up there and see a movie that doesn't exist. Instead, you're going to have to witness this.
Gold. That's it.
Pennsylvania man charged with breaking into a neighbor's house and attacking several residents claimed that he invaded the property while chasing the demon dog in Satan's direction.
With a face like that, he probably gave the hellhound.
Nobody saw that coming.
No.
Yes, crystal meth appears to have played a role.
I'm shocked.
You know what? There are reasons you don't name your kid Skeletor.
Yeah.
Oh, at the time, Murphy walked back to his house while talking about his demons that they were talking to Jesus.
What was Jesus saying? Jesus was like, you may want to reconsider the meth.
Yeah.
Later on, Jesus was overheard to say, nobody listens.
I actually agree with Sean here. His mum and dad were related before they were married. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's read about this story.
Oh, God.
Folks, this is you don't have questions.
Ask questions for God's sake.
This is what we get. Pennsylvania woman who turned 55 assaulted a male acquaintance with a box cutter, right, because she had not received a present card or a cake to mark the occasion. Don't.
Why is there a picture of a zombie on the screen?
You ever meet a woman who's got a face that looks like it can open beer bottles?
Cops say that Georgia
Hold on.
was celebrating her May 15th birthday when matters turned stabby at her Pittsburgh area residence.
Hold on a minute. If you slick back her hair and dyed it black and give her a mustache and a suit, she looked like a fucking mobster.
She looks like a mobster now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, fair
As
enough.
reported in the probable cause affidavit, David Ray, who has lived with the Wiki for 4 months, told police that the Wiki had consumed a large amount of vodka throughout the day.
I'll just put my comment.
I
in the
have
chat
to admit
there.
that vodka does lead to violence, folks.
Actually, Carl's right with what he said. Who else thinks that Steve Buscemi is his biological father?
I don't care. I still think Mr. Ed's a biological father.
I actually think that's quite insulting to Steve Buscemi. He's not that ugly. Come on.
Like I said, it's Mr. Ed. Yeah. But that woman, I just put my comment in the chat there.
See, I think an amateur softball team is her father.
But is that an ordinary amateur softball team or a special amateur softball team?
You can interpret any way you like.
I'm okay with that statement. All right.
She looks like she crawled out of the grave, Jim.
Let's see what else. Let's see what else we can find.
Yep.
Should we go to Ohio?
Do we have to?
Is Brian Laundrie going to show up dead?
Yes.
And if so, will it be a suicide by 2 gunshots to the back of the head? Did the FBI plan and execute the Brandy Petito murder?
Has General Traitor been caught with loads of learn to speak Chinese books in his room?
Oh, actually, that's a fair question. Have they really let that guy out of the country? I mean, seriously, have they actually let this fucker escape?
Probably.
Because
maybe
there is.
Where's Aaron's question?
I don't know.
Where's Aaron's question? Oh, there.
Yeah.
Why is freedom an overrated waste of time? It isn't.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You could say that because it takes a lot of hard work.
We can't see, to be honest, Sherardi, we can't see Aaron's question.
I just read it out. Why is freedom an overrated waste of time? That's his question.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the answer
really? How did you get it?
It isn't.
It's not showing up on my screen anymore.
Oh no, I've got it. It's all the way up here. There you go.
Have you got live chat selected, MC?
I'm just looking at it through StreamYard, so no.
Yeah. Well, here you go. Why is freedom an overrated waste of time?
It isn't.
No, I agree. It isn't. Actually, do you mind? Thank you.
Yes, I do actually.
Well, shush. Right.
Okay.
That's right. It's actually not a waste of time. It's actually a bloody good idea. Unfortunately, we're now actually having to look to Russia to be the lords of freedom. So just enjoy that.
I would
concept.
say a lot of people think it's a waste of time because things are too easy nowadays, and freedom means and to maintain freedom is hard work.
True. Yep, that's fair.
So
it would be hard work if everyone would get their hands on a fucking gun.
And to answer Shratty's question, we didn't say it.
Yes.
Woman busted for ground beef battery.
Whoa.
Oh, dear Lord.
Is that before or after she stood up off the log as though it were a personal entertainment device?
Responding to a report in a disturbance in a potato chip aisle. This doesn't look like it was part of the potato chip aisle of a Walmart in Ohio. Police Tuesday arrested a Cleveland woman who allegedly struck a female victim in the face with a 10-pound log of ground beef. The confrontation at the store in South Euclid, a Cleveland suburb, involved 2 women, Manika Garmer and Precious Jackson, who lived in the same duplex. Cops say Jackson, 36, who was battered with the ground beef, previously secured a protection order against the 25-year-old Garmer.
This time, the woman in question doesn't have a face that could frighten children.
Right.
Yeah.
But apparently she's been playing with enough dick that she's developed a mean swing.
Pictured at the right, Garber who was shopping with her 5-year-old child, was arrested for assault and violated a temporary protective order. Custody of the minor was turned over to a relative. According to the police, Garber has a history of violent behavior.
Who asked for the temporary protective order? Was it like her boyfriend? Because he didn't walk with a limp for 3 weeks?
No, it wasn't a boyfriend because he left for cigarettes 10 years ago.
I don't.
Geez, I'd ask you for a hand job, lady, but I've heard about you, and I think I'd rather have you gnaw on it for a while.
I agree with Sean. Sorry, it has to be said. Okay.
Yeah, she's too good looking to be a real woman.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Hey, let's face it. Trans women, you can either tell they're trans or they're too good looking to be real women.
Fair point.
I nicknamed my dick an ounce of prevention.
Fair point. Oh, dear.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. What's he got?
I'm not sure I'm going to read this one.
Oh.
But you're going to show it, or at least...
What the is that? That's the prostitute from My Name Is Earl. You know, the one who works for food.
I think this is a Rolling Stones tribute band.
You know what? I'm going to read. I am that person. I will read it. I don't care.
Hold on. Before you do, yeah. Did they find her in a canister that the U.S. Army had lost?
One of the living dead. Oh, no, I agree.
Exactly.
No, see what happened was they're testing a new skin cream, and this is the result on Keith Richards.
That's just wrong on so many levels.
Yes, it is.
Okay, the Ohio woman who recently called 911 to claim that my pussy's on fire, and as a result needs someone from the fire department to put it out with their hose. Please, stop laughing.
You can't help it. I mean, let's be honest. A call like this, the people on the other end are thinking, who lights their pussy farts? And now you got to think, hey, you know what? A chick with a flammable pussy fart is one you want to avoid. I bet you anything there's a 50s health and safety film about it from the schools.
If I'd have been answered that call, go, ma'am, if you hold on, I'll get the number of the clinic.
After tracking Morgan down at her friend's residence, cop took her into custody, but not without a struggle. It was only after the officer removed his taser from the holster that the agitated Morgan relented and got into the rear of a police cruiser.
Somehow I get the feeling that if you had to smell her burning twat, you'd be struggling too.
Hey, Oz, we all know what the organ show was like. Now you know what the survivors of it were like.
You ever pee on a campfire and it just doesn't go right?
Well,
and all you smell is boiling piss?
No, you know it's bad when you pee on it and flames shoot along the urine and goes up your dick. That's when you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's when you should cut back on the absinthe.
Never cut back on the absinthe.
That's when they call you magma cock.
No, that's when they call you an ambulance.
That's a fair statement.
What do you mean? Hold on, Miss Murder. What do you mean Yorkie's ex? It's Yorkie.
Ouch. That woman weren't that bad looking.
But Yorkie was.
Oh, Yorkie's going so... Luckily, he's probably never going to see this, but if he does, we are in so much trouble. Or at least you are, you bastard.
I don't care. What's he going to do?
Hey, you know he's Welsh. You'll let the sheep after you.
No, he'll be too busy with the sheep himself if he's Welsh.
Yeah, but he's Yorkie. He won't be able to find the right direction to get to me.
I've heard the Welsh don't share sheep.
They don't.
Especially if there are women around.
Exactly.
Get out of my private.
Or Arabs.
Yep. Well, as you can see,
Do you think the Welsh shear sheep just to practice for their honeymoons?
No, the shear sheep does, to give them a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, shears them and grease them up. There you go.
Women who are so bushy, you need to get in there with like a riding lawnmower.
Oh, you're wrong. The sheep aren't walking with a limp. They're walking like they've been riding horses all day.
Oh.
That's why the U.S. government came up with Agent Orange in Vietnam.
And apparently, Murder actually knows this one.
All the hookers were too bushy.
Oh, yeah, good point. I forgot you was the RPR. Nice one, mate. Yeah. There's a reason that...
That wasn't... They didn't invent Velcro. They just inbred a lot.
Soldiers were disappearing into the bush.
Yeah. You
The
kept
army
hearing
had to do something.
Yeah, and you kept hearing shouts of Charlie in the trees.
Mm-hmm. That's just wrong on so many levels.
They should have fought the bush with lumberjacks.
And now who's actually got that song going through their head?
That's why Canada took so long to get involved.
Oh, God, the Great American Bush War.
Oh, dude. Do not need that mental image. Thank you.
Ooh, camouflage.
It's a little... no one ever talks about this, but you know how when women live together, their cycles can synchronize?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they're both unshaven for a very long time, their bushes can intertwine.
That's a painful concept right there.
Yeah.
Rip.
Yes, and we all know that Moses was witness to one of the earliest forms of STD.
The only way to separate them is with a chainsaw.
Burning bush.
Oh, really, Batman? Really?
Yeah, really. Well, it could have been a time traveling W who's been trying to smoke and running around. My hair's on fire! My hair's on fire!
When they've intertwined enough, the Irish would cut it off at two ends and have a length in between that they would use to make a shillelagh.
This is not necessarily a bad thing.
Yep, and we all know that the Scots use the extra long bush to tie their women to the kitchen sink.
Oh my God!
I thought that's what they used to braid the freaking pipes.
Yeah. The reason Welsh are known as sheep fuckers is because way back it was punishable by death to steal sheep. But if you were taking it to fuck it and bring it back, you just got legal fight. Wow, that's wrong.
But Jenson, this also explains why so many. This also explains why so many Welshmen have curly hair.
You know, you may have a point there, dude. Just saying, yeah.
Carl's got a great follow-up.
Sure, you can't be American. You're white and heterosexual. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Look,
they don't want you anymore.
We know full well that you're just English in disguise. We know this, son. It's okay. You don't need to admit it.
Jenson, you've got to admit, Shirati does a marvellous Queen Victoria impersonation.
True, she is most definitely not amused.
I hear if you mix ammonia, bleach, and the fumes from certain women's vaginas, you come up with a very noxious mixture.
I hear if you mix ammonia, bleach, and the juices from certain women's vaginas, Joe Biden will still drink it.
Or sniff it, at least.
No, that's if it's got little girl hair in it. I want to see a glue sniffer who had the unfortunate experience of trying super glue.
Oh dear God, no! Oh God, please be. Let's hope it's not what I think it is.
Curious about where the average street dealer safely stores their stash? Wonder no more. A Florida man whose rap sheet includes more than a dozen drug convictions was arrested last month after trailers discovered 4 crystal rocks of methamphetamine stored inside the defendant's penis skin. And the guy's name, Shaft Bang Adams.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Wouldn't that get into his bloodstream?
Shaq Bang Adams.
I don't care.
That's gonna wince.
Was collared for driving with a suspended license, or I booked into the Orange County Jail on a misdemeanor count. An Orlando resident, Adams was familiar with the lockup owing to his 20-plus prior convictions for offenses like domestic assault, battery, possession of a controlled substance, delivery of cocaine, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, false
Jenson,
imprisonment, and
Susan.
possession of drug paraphernalia.
Yep.
Here's my question.
We agree with Susan.
I just want to know, was he arrested by Detective Dick Wedge?
Actually, can you imagine how being the detective actually has to do that examination? I mean, what do you say when that drops out? It's just that moment of wow.
I hear his favorite musician is Willie Nelson.
I'll tell you what, you're gonna want a bunch of those fucking blue gloves.
Yeah,
I want
a bunch of those blue gloves. I want a hazmat suit, and I want somebody else to do the search.
Yeah.
Okay. I will remind you, there was that wonderful gentleman in India who decided putting epoxy resin along his penis would be a good way of stopping the babies being born.
Well, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet it was.
I mean, honestly, epoxy resin down the Jap's
Oh,
side.
good. Hey, talking about stuff like that, I remember this advert for people going to Australia for holiday about Durex. I mean, Jensen knows what Durex is, right? In the UK.
I do.
Well,
condoms, yes.
The comment it's going on about how some brands sell have the same brand name but totally different things, and it's easy to mistake. And you hear this while the guy's talking, and one of those brands is Durex. Over here in Australia, it's not a condom. It's sellotape.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, golly gosh, that's going to wince.
You gotta wonder,
I bet he liked to share his crack pipe too.
Smoke this. Yeah.
There was a little irritation would ensue when they went to light it.
Can you imagine if some girl gave him a blowjob and he forgot to remove it?
Like I said,
It's like, holy shit, Lydia, that guy just came chunks.
A Florida man who threw a large rock through a window of Wendy's after discovering that the fast food joint no longer is selling Cinnabon rolls has been convicted of 2 criminal charges but has been spared jail according to court records. In a deal with prosecutors, Dustin Tyrell, 21, pled no contest to criminal mischief of throwing a missile through an occupied building while the felonies carried a combined statutory maximum of 20 years in prison. All right, Tyrell was sentenced to 4 years of probation during the January 28th Circuit Court hearing. Tyrell, seen above, was also ordered to stay away from a Wendy's in Key West, right, and have no contact with the restaurant's owner or his family. Additionally, Tyrell must pay $4,300 in restitution for the damages caused by the eatery. As detailed in the arrest report, Tyrell was collared outside the Wendy's on the Duval Street, the main drag of Key West. A witness told cops that she saw Tyrell repeatedly throw a rock at the window until it passed through the glass into the crowded restaurant.
No, my question is...
Go ahead.
My question is, where did he get an mythical bird?
I don't know. Anyway, when the passerby asked why he targeted the Wendy's, he reportedly replied, "They don't sell Cinnabons anymore."
No, see, hold on, MC. Since you're American, did you say Iraq or Iraq?
I said Iraq, but that's me.
He threw Iraq at the window. Wow, hey, nobody's going to arrest that guy if he can throw fucking countries at windows.
It's a weapon of glass destruction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh dear. I have nothing to do with these bad jokes. Okay, I am innocent.
Hey,
I'm just proud that I got that in before Batman did.
MC, if you create a device which only destroys Catholic church services, is that a weapon of mass destruction?
Moving on.
Possibly.
I'm sorry, but I had that old bad joke, Mitch. There, it had to be done.
There are rules.
Yeah.
Yes, there are.
Oh, there are rules here.
Yes,
there are rules. There are rules, are there?
Yes, and we break each and every one of them.
In Bandstand, there are rules. I don't think there's any. That's all they have is rules, to be honest.
Fair point. Before we go, Mitch, I just posted something in your DMs. You should have a look at and try not to laugh too much.
Oh, I've seen that one. That is funny.
It's glorious.
That is fucking great.
Man will cop to mutilating his wife's lover. A Florida man is charged with mutilating his wife's bound lover, all right, and is set to plead guilty to a scissor attack. Although he claims to have blacked out during the incident and cannot recall more details about the bloody offense, which left the victim with a severed penis.
Ah!
God, and you know, it was one of those pairs of old scissors that's got like a chip in it, so it doesn't you have to squeeze really hard to get it to cut.
Oh,
hey, Mitch, it could have been worse. It could have been one of those pairs of plastic safety scissors you give to kids.
Oh, and even worse than that, it was one of those pairs of scissors that was rigged for lefties.
A pair of cloth scissors. Anyway,
you know how those lefties like. You know how those lefties like their violence.
Yeah.
Right. Vanilla, all right, who has been jailed since his arrest, lived across the street from the victim, who is married with 2 young daughters. Vanilla is the father of 5 who immigrated from El Salvador in 1990 and resided with his 35-year-old second wife and the couple's 3 young children. Prosecutors will ask the circuit court judge to sentence him to 30 years in prison.
Hold on a minute. 2 things here. Now that you said the 30 years in prison. First of all, this guy emigrated from El Salvador, and that idiot decided to fucking play around with his wife.
I have, Susan.
Second of all, how come he cuts off this guy's dick? Lorena Bobbitt did it for less of a reason and got let off scot-free.
In an interview with a probation officer, Vanilla said that he met with the victim in the man's home and told him, "You need to stay away from my wife and leave her alone." Vanilla claimed that a struggle ensued with the victim tackling him. The defendant stated he then blacked out and doesn't remember anything from that point on. His arrest later that day at the dairy where he worked for nearly 20 years. The victim, however, provided a gruesome, detailed recollection.
I wonder if those milking skills came into play.
Get out my head, MC. Get out my head.
Oh, that's not right. Amusing, but not right. Okay.
There's one that used to
Susan is correct.
kiddie fiddlers in British prisons. They'd get some piano wire, right? And they tie it around the guy's tool. Mm-hmm. And then they'd get him excited.
This gets even better.
Wow.
The victim, whose penis has not been recovered, told the probation officer that urinating and the ability to have sex with his wife was messed up. Really?
I wonder why.
No shit.
I can see this being a
my dick's at the bottom of a sewer in Bangladesh, but I gotta say, it's really affected my ability to pee and enjoy sex.
It's worse than that. Some guys reported to a local paper that he bought a batter encrusted hot dog from this shop, and when his girlfriend saw it, the hot dog doubled in size.
He should he should get some of the old pictures he sent to various women over the years and put them online and just says, "Have you seen this prick?"
Nice.
Missing since 2020.
There's going to be posters all over the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Last seen a girlfriend's husband's hand.
Answers to the name of Droopy.
Oh.
Answers to the name of Mr. Limpet.
Often.
Could be worse. Name could have been Bobbit.
Yeah.
It is now.
Yeah.
Do not feed after midnight. Do not get wet.
Do not shoot a neighbour's wife.
Indeed.
I'm not gonna do the story. I refuse.
Then what happened?
Hold on. Susan. Lorena Hobbit.
Lorena Hobbit.
Man.
Lorena Hobbit.
No, it got good up higher where she was talking about American
Jim.
Psycho. The book versus the movie. The book is fucking nuts.
Well, I've seen the film and I
haven't seen either.
Oh.
Susan.
The film doesn't do the gratuitous violence justice.
Oh, God.
The book is just absolutely
That's usually the truth.
insane with the brutality.
Susan, that's the kind of typo you never admit to because it was good.
Oh, yeah, actually, that was a glorious typo. Though, in all fairness, with Jacob in the chat, you don't want to mention anything to do with hobbits. He might get all excited.
Well, it gets a little
Harry,
annoyed.
feet my aching fucking ass.
Yep, that's a problem.
No, I've just got this image now after that typo of Lorena Bobbitt screaming, I'll take your precious off you bastard.
Yeah, she was desperate to get hold of his ring.
Yeah, apparently her husband's dick now answers to the name Gollum.
Oh,
Well, she certainly made it invisible.
this is fair.
Can you imagine, he got it sewn back on. Can you imagine if the doctors had been a bit drunk and got it sewn back on upside down?
Ow.
It's now multicolored, though.
I think I'd sew it back on sideways. So the erections are always obvious and uncomfortable.
That's, yeah.
And it would fuck him up at the urinal, too, because he'd have to turn one direction or another, and if he's not facing a wall, he's facing another urinator.
That's going to go really well. Like,
And that's going to lead to a conversation, I think.
Actually, if you're a cruel doctor, you could have removed it while he's unconscious, remove his nose and switch the places.
What are you looking at, dick nose?
Oh, you think my wife's good looking, do you? Well, how can you tell? Your nose has grown 3 inches.
Women sit on his face and scream, lie to me.
Yep. And there it is.
And he can't stand wearing pants anymore.
I have to admit, I laughed when he thanked the people who found it.
How did that go? Thank you for finding my dick.
Yeah.
And returning it in one piece.
Well,
Perfect.
And leaving the money in the wallet.
And I'm not gonna bother asking where the dog teeth marks came from.
Apparently it was a busy evening.
I thought they were always there. But I will point
No,
out...
I just got this image now of John Wayne Bobbitt's dick being picked up by a bunch of ants and scurried down through the woods.
The scary part was the rainbow sprinkles.
Ow. Right. I will be bringing this to a gentle end. Unfortunately, nobody asked any really, really good questions. I mean, you could have asked anything, but oh no one's interested. Well, this was your one chance. I'm sorry, it looks like we're not passing over nuclear secrets to anybody this time. The best internet browser doesn't exist because they're all the same bloody thing, owned by the same people, and we all know it.
I want to ask the wild man a question.
Go on then.
Is it true your clothes are made by the same firm that makes the skin for the Goodyear blimp?
Tell him yes.
That's all I could think of on short notice. I'm sorry.
Okay. We'll let you off this time. Don't do it again. Well, Mitch, do you have any final words you would like to say, sir?
I'm still I need coffee, goddammit.
Understandable. Batman, do you have anything you would like to say?
France is an abomination and must be burned off the face of the earth.
I completely agree with that. Lord Voldemort, anything you wish to say?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
No, you're not.
Well, thank you very much for coming out and listening. As you see, we've not got rid of him, and I don't care what YouTube says, and yeah, I use that word very specifically. He will be back. Goodbye, everybody.